Hey everybody, so today I am going to talk about anxiety and working as a mompreneur, a mompreneur with a 9 to 5, with five kids, and having anxiety and like getting through on a day-to-day basis. So I talked a few times before about my anxiety. Like I went to MommyCon and did a talk on mental health and safe spaces and that type of stuff. And I wanted to give like 3 quick pointers on how to manage anxiety while you're like working and building a business and doing all of this stuff. So, well, maybe 4. So, the first and the second one kind of ties together. So, the first one is like you kind of have to coach yourself to push. Like, I hate public speaking. I don't hate it anymore. Like, I used to hate public speaking. I used to hate being on video. Like, even if you look at our channel, like our really old videos, you did not see my face at all. I had and a lot of people don't like being on video. I had a lot of stress around it. Like, even thinking about it, like, sent me into like a weird panic. And it's kind of like, well, why did you do it? Because, like, and for me, I have to keep in mind, like, I'm pushing because my mission is bigger than myself. I'm pushing because I want to help thousands. I want to help hundreds of thousands. Like, that's like, I want to prove to my kids that, no matter what life has dealt you, like, there's a way that you could push past it and do what you want to do with your life. So that push keeps me going and keeps me in the process of like doing things like this. So then the part that mixed in with that is actually doing it. And like before my nanny came, like my nanny Felicia, like she's really, really great with the kids and with myself too, because I am a chaotic person. Like, I have anxiety, but then when I get like super happy, I get super chaotic. So when I'm in those moods, I get like really forgetful, and then I'm behind schedule, and then I really down myself for being behind schedule. And that that moment when one thing can happen, like for most people, they're like, oh, stuff happens, so let's move past it. For somebody who has anxiety, like that one thing can trigger off 50 million other things into like ridiculous scenarios, and it's like that's not what happened at all. But for someone who has anxiety, like that's a real like consequence of like one small thing going wrong. So one thing I like to do is schedule the schedule. If you follow me on Instagram, like you might see me say that like all the time. I'm even gonna put it on a t-shirt, so copyrighted, trademark, whatever you want to call it. But scheduling the schedule, like, it saved my life. And that tip I got from my nanny, because I was forgetting like school stuff, I was forgetting work stuff, I was forgetting business stuff, I was missing video shoots I was supposed to go, like full-blown shoots I was supposed to go to, and I was forgetting about it. And once I had the calendar, it helped me not only schedule stuff that's happening, but then also prep for what's happening. Because if I see, like right now, today, I literally wrote down I was going to film this video, and I was going to film possibly a 90 seconds video because I wanted to start that up again. And then tomorrow I'm doing a film. Like every day I'm doing a video like this. And then I have a meeting with my financial coach at Next Door Chicago. That's coming up, and I was supposed to have my budget form filled out. So I know I have 2 days to do that. And then even next week I'm meeting with Rocket Mamas Chicagoland. I'm meeting with them for a mastermind group. So like, I'm constantly looking at stuff on Facebook. I'm constantly looking at events. I'm constantly looking at stuff that I need to do, and I become very, very forgetful. So planning for it, putting it in the calendar, and then prepping for it, like that helps release some of the stress for the stuff that's coming up. And then it's very hard to forget when you have it written down. So that's number 1, schedule to schedule. And then the second thing is have the right support behind you. When you are getting into those modes, when like stuff is going to go wrong, no matter what you do, stuff is going to go wrong. But for you to have that right support, like you can contact these people. Oh, my nails are dirty. Don't look. That's horrible. Anyway, you have a plan. You have to have a plan in place when things do go wrong. Um, I have certain people that I can contact, like when I know when the shit when the shit hits the fan. Sorry, kids. Sorry, parents. Not for kids. I don't know. Sorry. I know when the stuff hits the fan. I'm gonna have to bleep that out. Now I'm like stressing about me cursing. Anyway, when the stuff hits the fan, you have to have a plan in place on how to react to it. You have to have the people or person, it could be one person, it don't matter. You can have the people in place for when things go wrong, that person like has your back, or they're gonna help you create a plan to like get out of it. I have a handful of people that's like that, and even this morning, like I had to call my husband. I had to call my husband because one of my older kids didn't want to like go to school on time. Like they were having an issue with their shoes, and I was really stressed out because I was already on my way to dropping off the other kids, and I didn't want to be late for work. And I'm like, God, help me. So he stepped up and helped me with that. But even though it seems super duper small, but that for me, like I cried this morning. I cried this morning because all week I have been late. All week I was late for random reasons. And then today I'm like, here we go again. I'm about to be late again. I tried everything. So just having the people that can kind of step in and they're like, okay, it's okay. I got you. Like that is like, it's yes, just yes. So if you unfortunately don't have those people, like it's not too late to surround yourself with the right people. Like if I didn't have anybody, I could go to therapy, even though I still go to therapy. But there's therapy, there's support groups, there's networks that you can connect with, even though like meeting new people can become stressful. It's just good to have somebody that you can connect with. Like we live a life where we're connected with other people. Like we live with other people. It's very hard to be alone, and I don't encourage for people to be alone. Have alone time, but don't be alone. Like definitely reach out to people. Like everybody has that urge to help, whether they like it or not, whether they seem selfish or whatever. Like there are people who have that urge to help and they don't want anything in return. And like I asked, like if you don't have that, find that, because like it's essential. Okay, I don't know what happened, but the video cut out. Anyway, the third thing is to follow what your body is doing. Self-care is not just something that's trending, like it's something that you really need to like jump on. And for me, I know I used to do this a lot to my friends, to my support, to everybody. I have this habit of, if I'm resting for more than 2 days, I freak out. I go into like, what the crap am I doing with my life? I'm a horrible person just for resting for 2 days. Like that's the mood that I get into. It's like, why am I not doing anything? I need to do more. I need to do this. I need to do that. And I used to like really harp on myself for not working and not doing video and not blogging and like not doing all these different things that I'm supposed to be doing. And especially when it came for creating content, because that's what I do. I create content. So if I spend like more than 2 days not creating content, I'm like, what is wrong with me? Oh my God. So I did 2 things for that. First, I scheduled the schedule. I was like, every day I'm going to create at least one thing. If I can create one thing for the day, it doesn't have to be a video. It can be a photo on Instagram. Just basically putting out some type of quote. Or I can post in a group that's creating content. If I could just do one thing a day, then I'm okay. That's what I told myself. I said, just one thing a day. It doesn't have to take up a ton of my time. It can literally take up 5 minutes, and that's how I get through. And then also you have to follow what your body needs. If you're tired, rest. It's okay. Rest. If you're waiting for the sign to say like, oh, I'm tired, but I don't know if I should go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Rest. Like, definitely follow what your body does, because there was nights I would stay up to. There's a picture, I think, on Instagram. Maybe I think I took it off. There was a picture that I posted like 3 o'clock in the morning, because I was up like watching a webinar and like planning all this stuff, and like half of the stuff I legit forgot in the morning, but I felt like I needed to get all of that information at the moment, so I stayed up to 3 o'clock in the morning just to like watch this webinar and do research and all this other stuff, and I forgot half of it the next day. Not even the next day. That day, I forgot. I went to work and I forgot what I was working on. I just knew to do sales funnels and a Facebook ad. I still don't have a Facebook ad up. So just follow what your body does. Rest. So back to my points. Oh crap. Find the reason why you're doing what you're doing and push for it. For me, like I said, it's bigger than me. It's for my kids to have an example. It's for me to help hundreds of thousands of people. Once you remember that push, your drive, the second thing is schedule the things. Break it down into small pieces. I gave so many people this advice, because they see this big mountain of stuff and they feel like it's hard to tackle. Break it down into small pieces and do one action a day. That's what I do. Getting the right support around you, just having a plan in place for when the crap hits the fan, having a plan in place and having the right support to help you hash out when things go wrong. And then, how am I forgetting that? See how forgetful I get? Also, follow what your body wants. Follow what your body wants, and just don't fight against it, because like it's going to benefit you at the end. Because like when I was staying up, I was eating way too much. I was exhausted. I couldn't wake up in time, and I'd be late, and I start that cycle all over again. So those are my tips for dealing with anxiety and handling life. Let me know if you want me to do more of these videos, because I kind of like doing this during my lunch hour. This is pretty fun. So let me know. Subscribe, share, all of that. Bye.